Over here. So this is a huge square. This is a square used for celebrating the emperor's birthday, the winter solstice, and the Chinese New Year. So first, let's get a look of those huge pot. There were used to be 308 such huge pot placed inside of the Forbidden City, but now there are only 231 are left. Many of them were plundered away by those Japanese invaders in 1940s. So take a guess. What is the purpose of those huge pot? For what?
Cook a big meal.
Cook
A big meal.
big meal. Oh, that's a good one. And
Wine.
It has something to do with the water.
Oh, water.
Water cauldron for storing water against the fire, because pretty much all the buildings inside of the Forbidden City are made of wood, highly susceptible to catching the fire. That's why they put a lot of such cauldrons inside of the Forbidden City for storing water against the fire. So old school extinguisher, but they didn't work very well. Such a building caught fire on the top by lightning. Lightning caused a lot of fires back in the day. Nobody can carry water up to that high. Even though they have the water pump, we can only pump the water about to 20 meters. So better than nothing. Okay? And there's also a fire pit stays underneath the cauldron where they set up the fire during the wintertime to keep the water inside from freezing, because it is freezing cold in Beijing during the wintertime. Now this palace we are looking at right now, it is the most important palace back in the Ming and Qing dynasties, 36 meters tall with a 2 layers roof and 11 mythical figures sitting on the eaves of the building. 11 represents the highest construction rank back in the day, highest hierarchy. So let's have a look at those roofs. There are many mythical figures. You see that? Mythical animals, mythical figures sitting on the edge or on the roof of the building to decorate the palace and also to symbolize the rank of the palace. The maximum is 11. Throughout the whole country, that is the only palace that carries 11 mythical figures, representing the highest construction rank back in the day. Let me show you this mythical figures, 11 of them. They are all the mythical figures, 11 of them. They are all the mythical figures, none of them is real. They are doing such duties of warding off the evil spirit of the palace and protect the buildings from catching fire. Apparently, they didn't work very well, because the original palace was constructed in 1420. That was the original palace, but it was struck down by lightning only 100 days after its completion. The current palace was reconstructed in 1695. It is old, but it was not the original one. The 5th version is history. And we're not able to walk into the palace. After 1992, they stopped the tourists from walking in. But fortunately we saw the similar furniture in the furniture hall. And here was the place where the emperor celebrated their birthdays, the winter solstice, the Chinese New Year. And here was also the place, the movie, The Last Emperor, filmed right here in 1980s. That movie won 9 Oscar awards in 1988. So I'm going to show you this video clip of the last emperor. He ascended the throne here at the age of only 3 years old, a baby emperor. His father is kneeling to this little emperor. He is the emperor, but his father is not the emperor. Let me go a little forward, fast forward a little bit. Who couldn't sit still, just moving around on that throne. And his father was trying to calm him down. And his father said, Listen to what his father said. Did you hear that? His father said, it will soon be over. Don't move. Sit still. It will soon be over. It will soon be over. It will soon be over. He repeated 3 times. Those civil and military officials, they got so shocked because they thought that his father suggested that the Qing dynasty will soon be over. And 3 years later, after his father repeated 3 times, it will soon be over, the dynasty was really over. The dynasty lasted for 267 years, collapsed. But under the preferential treatment for the last emperor, this is a real picture of the last emperor. At the age of 16, when he got married. At the age of 60, when he was freed out of the prison. He retired, abdicated in 1911 at the age of 60 years old, but who still lived inside the Forbidden City until 1924, and then he was kicked out of the Forbidden City. Later on, he was made as a puppet emperor under Japanese control. And then he was captured by the Red Soviet Army at the end of the World War in 1945. He was sent back to China after the founding of the People's Republic of China. Anyone aware of the founding year of the People's Republic of China? 1949. October 1st, 1949. So he was kept in prison for another couple of years and released from prison. In 1958, he received a job in the Botanical Garden as a gardener, from the emperor to the gardener. And he died in 1967 at the age of 61, died of the kidney cancer. Although he married 5 ladies, he had no children, 0 child. Last 3 emperors in the Qing dynasty, none of them has a child. Seems like a destiny to the Qing dynasty, foreshadows the decline of the Qing dynasty. He died at the age of 61. Compared to his counterpart in the Ming dynasty, he was kind of lucky, because his counterpart in the Ming dynasty, who killed himself at the age of only 34 years old. So most of the emperors at the end of each dynasty didn't end up well, either killed themselves or being killed by their enemies, or being captured and being tortured by their enemies to death. So he was kind of lucky. So that's the end of the emperor story. And the reason why he's the emperor instead of his father, because the emperor before him had no children. And he was appointed by this dragon lady to be the new emperor of the country instead of his father, because boy is easily to be manipulated rather than being an adult. Okay, make sense? Okay, let's continue. Let's move to the middle where we can take a group photo. This huge square is about 30,000 square meters, can accommodate like 10,000 people for public gathering.